When 84-year-old Margaret started skipping her beloved evening tea chats with her daughter, her family thought she was just tired. After all, she had always been active, gardening, knitting, reading to her grandkids. But over the next few months, little things began to change. She stopped calling friends. Her favorite meals didn't interest her. She began sleeping more, moving less. At first, it all seemed like just a part of getting older. But as time went on, her family realized something deeper was happening. Margaret wasn't just slowing down. Her body was quietly preparing for its final stage. Here's the thing. Most people don't know the signs to look for. Death in old age often doesn't come suddenly. Instead, it sends whispers, gentle changes that can start as early as a year. Before, understanding these signs isn't about fear. It's about love. It's about knowing when to give extra care, when to start meaningful conversations, and how to ensure that someone you love feels comforted, honored, and deeply cherished during their last chapter. In today's video, we'll gently walk through 5 signs that may appear in the final year of life. Some might surprise you, but all of them matter. If you find this helpful, please tap like and subscribe to Daily Elder Wisdom. We're here every week with compassionate, uplifting guidance for seniors and their caregivers. Now let's begin. Number 1, significant weight loss. Unexplained weight loss often arrives quietly. One day, someone notices their pants are looser. A favorite sweater hangs a little differently. That's what happened with 81-year-old Frank, a retired mechanic, who still enjoyed tinkering in his garage. Frank didn't think much of it when he dropped a few pounds. Just not as hungry, he'd say. But over several months, the changes became more noticeable. He wasn't finishing meals. He got tired faster. Weight loss in older adults, especially when it's unintentional, is more than just a diet shift. It often means the body is no longer absorbing nutrients well. Muscles shrink, the immune system weakens, energy fades. It's not just the weight, it's what the weight loss represents. The body beginning to conserve energy, slow digestion, and prepare for deeper rest. If you notice this, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Speak with a healthcare provider. Consider soft, high-protein snacks, offer small meals more frequently, and most importantly, make mealtime feel joyful, not pressured. Frank's family began sharing smaller, more frequent meals and found those times became treasured moments of connection. Let's move to another sign that often shows up quietly. Number 2, withdrawal from social life. At 86, Lillian had always been the life of the party at her senior center's book club. But over a few months, she began turning down invitations. At first, her family thought she just needed rest. But when even calls from her sister didn't bring a spark to her eyes, they started to worry. When an older adult starts withdrawing from social activities they once loved, it can be a quiet signal. It's not always depression. Sometimes it's simply that the energy required to socialize becomes too much. Their world begins to narrow as the body and mind prepare for more internal reflection and peace. Lillian wasn't upset. She just felt a need to rest, to be still, to listen to the quiet inside her. If your loved one is pulling away from activities, don't push, but do gently invite. Sit beside them, read aloud, bring familiar comforts into their space, let them lead. Even simple presence, just holding a hand, can mean the world. Now let's look at a sign that's often overlooked but deeply telling. Number 3, changes in sleep patterns. For 89-year-old Joe, the early mornings he once cherished were now spent under the covers. He began sleeping through breakfast, then napping more in the afternoons. Many families assume older adults just get more tired, but a noticeable change in sleep, sleeping much more or even having restless nights, can point to deeper shifts in the body. Joe's internal clock was changing. His body was gradually slowing, conserving energy and preparing for longer periods of rest. These changes don't mean something is wrong. They mean it's time to support comfort, Let your loved ones sleep when they need to. Offer quiet, cozy environments. Don't fight their rhythm. Flow with it. Joe's daughter began lighting a candle each morning and sitting with him in silence. When he woke, those peaceful moments became sacred to them both. Next, let's talk about a change that's often missed because it feels so gradual. Number 4, difficulty with daily tasks. Edith was 90 and fiercely independent. She insisted on dressing herself each day, though her hands had grown shaky and her balance uncertain. Then one day, her daughter found her still in pajamas at noon, confused about how to fasten the buttons. When everyday tasks become hard, getting dressed, brushing teeth, making tea, it's often a sign the brain and body are slowly letting go of routine functions. This can feel frustrating for the person experiencing it and heartbreaking for loved ones to watch. Rather than correcting or rushing, try to support. With patience, lay out clothes in order, use adaptive tools, offer help without taking away dignity. Edith's daughter began choosing soft, easy-to-wear outfits and turned dressing time into a gentle ritual. That small shift restored Edith's sense of grace. Let's move to our final sign, one that touches the heart most of all. Number 5, a sense of letting go. Sometimes the biggest sign isn't physical, it's emotional or spiritual. Henry, 92, began saying things like, "I've lived a good life," or "I'm ready to rest." He started talking more about old memories and less about future plans. He wasn't sad, just peaceful. Many older adults in their final year begin to let go in ways words can't fully capture. They may express a desire to give away possessions, reconnect with loved ones, or simply talk about what comes next. This is a sacred time. It's not something to fix, it's something to honor. Create space for conversations. Ask questions. Share gratitude. Be present. Henry's grandson began visiting weekly just to listen to stories, and in those stories Henry found comfort, and so did his family. Let's quickly review the 5 signs that may suggest an elderly person is in their final year. Unintentional weight loss, social withdrawal, shifts in sleep patterns, trouble with daily tasks, a gentle sense of letting go. These signs are not reasons to fear, but reminders to love deeper, listen closer, and care with intention. If someone you love is showing these signs, know this: you still have time to make beautiful memories. Every moment can be a gift. Keep showing up with patience, with warmth, with grace, because small daily acts of love create a big, meaningful life. If this video helped you, please tap like and subscribe to Daily Elder Wisdom. We're so glad you spent time with us today. Take care of your heart and each other. We'll see you next time.